Hi guys, welcome to The Dirt with Lano Equipment. I'm your host Matt, and today I have a brand new Bobcat L28 articulated loader. A little bit about these L28 loaders is they don't have steering columns in the front. They're articulating loaders. So they actually steer out of a pin in the center and pivot on that point in the loader, which is basically kind of directly under your steering column if you want a point of reference. And when you're thinking about how this machine turns and articulates, it can articulate to up to 43 degrees, and your turning radius on the inside is just over 78 inches, and on the outside of the machine, you're roughly just over 100 inches. So it has a 24.8 horsepower Tier 4 diesel motor. When it is straight like this, now articulating loaders too have different operating capacities when you're straight and when you're pivoted. So when you're straight like this, it has a rated operating capacity of 1,534 pounds. When you're articulated full, so when you're turning this machine at full, it reduces your ROC of about 1,222 pounds. So towards the front of this machine now, you can see your hydraulic quick attach, so you can easily couple and uncouple from any attachment that'll fit either the Bobcat L28 or Bobcat MT100. Now they do have different quick attach plates than your standard Bobcat attachment or standard universal quick attach. So make sure you understand and realize that when you look for other attachments for this machine. But right now it just has your standard HD bucket. You can throw a angle broom, bucket broom, snow blower on this if you want, pallet forks obviously, just anything that will have that Bobcat L28 or MT100 quick attach size. So coming over to the boom of this machine and how it's designed, now this has a telescoping boom which allows you to reach to higher heights. So when it's at its full height, up to the bucket hinge pin, you can dump at about 104 inches, and it gives you a bucket reach of about 30.9 inches. If you come over to the side here, you can see your standard quick couplers, and then you can also add a 7-pin or 14-pin electrical harness depending on what the requirements are for the attachment you have on the machine. Most Bobcats will all run the 7-pin hookup. Coming towards the middle of the machine, you can see this has the wide turf tires spec'd with it. You have your stabilizer for when you're servicing the lift arm, your hydraulic oil fill, windshield wiper fill down below there, and then we've made it back towards the cab. So a couple things to consider. You can get a counterweight option that will boost the operating capacity that's available and will bolt on just to the back there. But this model here, it comes with a full enclosed cab, heat only, so there's no AC in this machine. With L28s, they don't offer 2-speed travel, but at the high RPM setting, you can get roughly 9.3 miles per hour out of this. At the low RPM, you should get just over 8 miles per hour of travel speed. You have a single boom arm in the front, have your radio in here. This cab does come with a radio, so you have your antenna on top, your front work lights, just your diesel fuel cap in the back. This model is spec'd with the wide turf tires. There are a smaller option that you can fit onto this machine. Coming towards the rear of the machine, there's not much, but you'll be able to access your engine bay here. You can see a rear work light on top there along with the radio antenna. If you can see through the grate as well, you can just see the back of the radiator and then just your fuel cap on the side here. You see it's fairly roomy, great visibility out of all 4 sides. Again, this machine's heat only, so if it had AC, you'd have the button in the center there. Heat. So this machine, you'll also get your gauge screen in front of you. On the buttons down here will be your parking, fuel level, RPMs, your speed, hours. Over towards the right here, you have your boom arm with your auxiliary functions on the top there, along with your trigger on the bottom. So this will obviously control your boom position and your bucket tilt, and then this will control any hydraulic implement you have on the end of the stick there. Toggle button is right below there. Your RPMs are right behind it. And then your radio. It's tricky if you're a first timer driving this machine or a Bobcat L28 or a UW 53 or 56, because in order to get the machine moving, you have to have this safety bar down. I know it just seems like an armrest, but it is a safety bar. You have to have that down when you first start the machine, or else you won't be moving anywhere. So just some quick dimensions on this L28. It's roughly 122.4 inches long. That's with your standard bucket on the front. And also with that bucket, you're looking at about 50 inches wide. And as far as height, you're just over 78 inches. So take those dimensions into consideration when you're operating in confined spaces, because this is a smaller machine that has a lot of capability for any landscaping work, or even if you're driving through narrow walkways or alleyways. Anywhere where you got to be in confined spaces, this is a great tool for the job just because it's very compact. And that is the dirt with Lano equipment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you in the next video.